I don't like stubborn. I think a champion cannot be stubborn. Kind of people all going for the same thing. This is a little bit annoying to me. Creativity and artistry should be like thinking outside of the box, but they try, since it's a sport, to put it inside the box. Then you could actually make the judges happy. So just to love it, it's not enough. You need to make compromises, and you need to commit, and you need to trust the process.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Want to Be Famous Coaches and Gymnasts. Today the guest of my interview is Benedikt Baumann, but most of you know him as Bencirka. He's the coach of Nevada Rhythmic Academy in Las Vegas and also the coach of Stiliana Nikolova, a senior national team member. Let's go. Hi Ben, thank you for meeting with me and spending time with me.
Of course, thank you.
I know how busy you are making new routines for the new season and having master classes. Being a male rhythmic gymnastic coach is really rare. How did you become one?
My journey started in ballet and artistic gymnastics. My mom was involved with rhythmic gymnastics just a little bit, teaching young kids, and so that's how I got into rhythmic gymnastics. Then my journey took me all the way to ballet school, then to circus school, then I came to the United States and started working here also for shows. And my act that I did in the circus was pretty similar to rhythmic gymnastics with the hoop, but like more handstands and acrobatics. And but then still rhythmic people reached out to me to do some workshops, and also my club Nevada Rhythmic, the two coaches Maya and Nina reached out to me because I was here ready to teach just a workshop, and it was during the summer camp like 6-7 years ago. And then I stuck around for one day, then another day, then I was there a week, then I spent the entire summer camp there. Still I was doing shows, but I was every morning there. Then I was starting to help out, and then at some point I really not just love the sport, but also working with kids and teaching them. This is what I really loved, so I can pass it on, and also things that I cannot do myself anymore or not capable for me. I just really fell in love with coaching, and that's how I became a coach.
How old were you when you became a coach?
I think I was 21 or 2. It was 2018, so I just came to the United States, to Las Vegas, so I was 21, yeah.
How many years are you a coach?
Well, I was with this gym and starting to coach like 7 years now, but like I really became a coach like seriously for like 5 years now. It's when Jana made national team. It's the first like year I really started to work. That's when it all happened. So 5 years, I would say.
Did you ever do a show at the circus?
Yes, I worked with companies like Cirque du Soleil, Flick Flack, and other like big show companies. So I was working already in Europe, and since I was little, I also always had the dream to come to America, like many people from our countries. Like I'm from Hungary, but then I went to school in Germany. And then one day I remember just after I graduated, it happened. This was also a difficult time because, you know, like this is a hard life, you travel everywhere, but I really wanted to come to United States. Then I got a call for a contract for a new show, and I just took it and I came over, and since then I stuck here.
What are your goals for the future? Do you always want to be a coach?
I think so. I definitely know by now. I like really love rhythmic gymnastics. I think I'm happy I found something I really love, and I really love coaching. I am a very creative person, so of course this is the part I enjoy most about it. But compared, for example, to show business, I never I like performing, but I like the practice part always more. Always the innovation part, coming up with new things. Then to do it every day and 10 shows a week and for years and years. This was a little bit hard. So in gymnastics it's nice because it's 4 routines, and every year you can switch your routines, so it's a little bit more variety. And also it's like more fulfilling because it's not just about me, it's actually I see my work in you guys as a gymnast, and yeah, it's an outlet, and also like not just the sports part of it, the relationship part of it, right? With the gymnast, especially like with Jana, it's like really 5-6 years that I'm really close to her. It's like, it's a personal relationship, and this is the best part I think about coaching. It's more than just the performance. It's like a community, and I love it. I will stay a coach. Yeah.
You do really cool stuff with apparatus. Where did the ideas come from?
like just by trying, playing around or watching and trying to make something more difficult. Or when I was still in circus school, it was always kind of, I was coming up with something, right? You want to get out there, your name out there. So you want to make something better than anybody else, or not better, or different, or harder, something crazy, right? So this is one way to think about it. What can be done more difficult? Like, right, to do one more rotation underneath, or catch in a more difficult way. Then also just watching other things and ideas I like, and then try to make it my own version or make it better. Or just like in dance, right? When you see a movement and you think it's a very harmonic movement, like how I can make it look in a nice way. Or, one more question, I actually like this question I answered before. Now as a coach, the way I come up with lots of good things, it's because of restriction. First of all, what the gymnast can do, not what I can do. Second of all, character of the music and connection, right? Sometimes you do a dance step, you have no time, but you gotta fit in 2 more DAs. How are you gonna make it work? And then with all these like restrictions, you come up with something new.
You give masterclasses with famous gymnasts like Darja Varfolomeev, Stiliana Nikolova, Margarita Kolosov, and Victoria Anaprienka. Do you think we will hear any of those gymnasts in the 2028 Olympics?
If I see them, yes. Okay, let's think about it. Dasha for sure, I see her. And well, I work with Sofia Rafaelli, for example. I also think she's gonna make it. And yeah, for right now, like in a very clear picture, for sure, Dasha, for sure. And the rest, time will tell. I don't know. It's never I thought about this question, yeah. But for the people you mentioned right now, I think like Dasha for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Current cut of points, what changes do you like and you don't like?
I like for seniors 4 risks, and I like that they changed the vertical rotations, that you can do 2-time vertical rotation, doesn't matter chaîné or cat leap, because before that was a mess for us coaches. If you do like cat leaps and chaîné, and you know, like sometimes the gymnasts do it like so, and then the whole risk is out. I do like the idea of the more emphasis on artistry, but so it starts every cycle, or like every new code of points, it's always about artistry. But I think my personal opinion on that is it's just so hard to put something in a box that doesn't belong in a box, right? Creativity and artistry should be like thinking outside of the box, but they try, since it's a sport, to put it inside the box, and it's just still not the right solution. It seems very subjective, and sometimes even starts to be gimmicky with the part stuff that's happening right now. I like the intention, but I think there should be a different way, right? Sometimes you see a routine where by definition, maybe not every body element had a perfect character, but you just feel it. And how this feeling of somebody who's just so connected to the music and just delivered something, this feeling, how do you write it down in the paper? So this is one thing that I'm kind of like, it becomes too robotic. You cannot, like art, you cannot judge in such a like analytical way. I code of points, then apparatus. I don't like that. It's kind of discouraging sometimes, but also encouraging. You can always motivate, right? You know, in my masterclass, you see we do lots of things with clubs where we do double rotations everywhere and try to avoid body difficulties and waves completely to really make it count. But yeah, kind of this 360 club rotation that like always they cancel masteries and stuff like this. This is a little bit annoying to me. And so I feel like because everything should be so clear, kind of people all going for the same thing. And in general, my personal opinion, like it used to be a time where each apparatus had a different requirement of body techniques. And I think this would be a nice thing to bring back, because you guys right now do 4 routines and you do the same jump, the same turn 4 times. It's same times the identical program with a different props. The only thing is the base of the apparatus is different. So yeah, and I wish the best thing for artistry if senior routine would be with junior rules, then you could actually make the judges happy.
How do you motivate your gymnasts before they go into the carpet and compete? Is there anything particular you say to them?
I don't say a lot. I know some coaches say a lot. I try not to unless I feel like it's necessary. You guys all know sometimes you are either in the zone, so I don't want to distract. And sometimes people maybe don't feel like working so hard or like are not in the right mindset, and they will have some choice words, and we'll make sure that we still put the best effort there. But usually I'm not try to get too much inside their head. If I see they're nervous, I just try to talk them down. Like with Jana, I kind of do believe a little bit in, I'm not super superstitious or something, but I kind of do ritual. I kind of say every time the same before on the carpet, like each gymnast, like maybe 1-2 sentences. I send them off the same way when they go, to kind of just have every time the same feeling to enter the carpet. So one thing is consistent before they go. But you know, with my girls, I'm very honest. Sometimes I just say like, just don't make anything stupid, and then I send them. And then yeah.
What traits of character should a champion possess?
I think, and this may be a little bit controversial, because they say always hard work beats talent. I believe that natural talent is absolutely has to be there. Like, otherwise it's gonna be so hard. There has to be a natural talent, either for the apparatus or the body technique, or just in general for rhythmic gymnastics, just to feel the music and be so connected to your prop, to the audience, to yourself. So I feel like natural talent is 60%, which I know here right now the sentiment is hard work beats everything. I do believe you gotta be naturally talented, and I feel like it's a nightmare for the coach, but I feel like if you have a little bit of a character, it's hard to work with, but on the carpet you can see that, and that's a good thing. It's just like a headache sometimes as a coach, but you get through it if the kid is talented and it has a hard character, but then does on the carpet, then that's all right. And I feel like this is also part of it. Character traits. Yes, still hard working, but have good sportsmanship. I think like discipline. It's very important that the person understands discipline, respect towards the coach, respect towards the teammate, like a healthy competitive mindset, but respectful to the people around them, and not cutthroat, not at all costs hurting others, at all costs what I can do for myself. And listening to advice, being able to bounce back from a difficult time and actually listen, not being completely stubborn. I don't like stubborn. I think a champion cannot be stubborn.
What does it take to succeed in rhythmic gymnastics?
I think it takes to understand that for the gymnast as well, as also for the parents, because it's not enough to just love it, right? Lots of people say, I love it so much, or my kid loves it so much. Love is not enough. For me, it's like a relationship. It's not just love, it's also compromise and commitment and trust. And if you treat it like a relationship, like this, commitment to the sport, trust in the coach, and then things will work out. So just to love it, it's not enough. You need to make compromises, and you need to commit, and you need to trust the process.
Do you like if the parents are involved in rhythmic gymnastics?
That's a tough question, and my answer to that is how they're involved in gymnastics or how they contribute. I think the parents should be the cheerleader, and so they should be the ones to catch you guys if things don't go so well, and to support you, not be critical on top of it, and to also support the coach and not work against the coach. Like, I feel like if the parent is involved with gymnastics or with the coach, it should be mutual respect. Like, the parent should trust the coach and they should support each other. That should happen in the background. Then for me personally, very honestly, it really depends on the kid. For example, some kids also just get very nervous if parents are there, for example, or the parents is too involved and they mean good, but then it backfires. And I hope Jana is okay to say that, and the parents actually are an amazing example how they turned it around. When I started working with Jana, it was kind of like, okay, you guys kind of need to step back, I just want to do my thing. Jana, it was a very hard transition also in the beginning. And then over the time, like, the parents wouldn't come to the first then important competitions at all, and she would start to relax for some reason a little bit, be less nervous. Also kind of we had like agreement, or kind of we understood to maybe at home not to talk too much about gymnastics and just let it stay here in the gym. And then when things started to come better, of course the parents came again, but it was very interesting because even in the end, of course her parents would come and watch, but they would travel on their own. Sometimes Jana wouldn't even always know that they were coming, or at least wouldn't tell me, so I didn't know, so wasn't like nervous about it. So then the parents would be there, but watching from the stands, and after when things went well, everybody could be happy together. Like with her, for example, I was very strict about it, and I feel like for her it was really the right approach, and that's how it worked out. And in the end, parents really understood, things started to go in such a good direction, and they were so happy, and it turned out in a good way. They were involved, but in the right boundaries, in the supportive way. Like this was a big learning curve. She was my first national team gymnast, first time dealing with all of that. For them, the first time all of this. So this I think like would be a good example how to be involved and grow together with like everybody respecting their boundaries and then all come together when it's the good times. Yeah, that's what I think.
Can we play a game just to know you better as a person now?
Okay.
Just finish the sentence.
Okay.
A perfect day starts with a...
Coffee. For me, yes.
Your favorite food is?
Hungarian food, like traditional, like we have similar to Russian food, we have like the stuffed cabbage, I really like that. It's a comfort food with the sour cream, I like that, yeah.
The best day is when you?
Leave gym early because everything worked out and I can leave with a good conscience.
The most prettiest place on earth is?
I love Hawaii.
Hawaii. The best way to have a good mood is?
Spend time with friends, you know, go out.
The most important person in your life is?
Well, obviously my mom, but also my coach or my ballet teacher that spent many years with me and developed me. I still have very strong relationship with him. We talk every month. It's like part of my family. He's very important in my life, yes.
The most important thing in your life is?
Health and gymnastics, they're important to me, yeah. Health is the most important, and yeah, I really care about this.
Thank you, Ben. We're finished. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you so much.
And also, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below who I should interview next.